I've just finished fishing a match down at Sylen Lakes. It's been a Dragamania qualifier, and to say we've had a match of two halves would be a massive understatement. I've never ever fished a match where it's been from one extreme to another like that. So what you're going to have to do, stick around till the end of the video to see exactly what's kicked off here, because I have never ever had that happen to me in a match before. Check this out. About a minute before the off now, and I've drawn the exact same peg as I drew when we come on to that budget match, so it's a much different day. It's hot now, there's fish cruising around on the surface, fish topping. So the plan is I'm going to start on meat short, hopefully catch a few. Normally it's quite slow the first sort of 2 hours on this place, so quick go on that. I'm going to pot some maggots in at 14 metres and then change my short line. If meat's no good, I'll change that to maggots. I'll just fish maggots there, grow a bit of maggots there. That's going to be pretty much it, I think. I have clipped up a feeder to that far bank, but that is one hell of a chuck. I didn't realise how far it was, to be honest. So if we're chucking that, we're struggling. So if we go just a minute or two now, I've got an absolute boatload of bait left over from tunnel. Look, lovely big maggots from lanes they are. So I got a gallon or so of them. A little bit of meat. A few micros for the method. But hopefully we won't be picking up that rod today, because if we are, we're struggling. I'm just going to start. All my rigs, I've got bobbies on all of my, apart from my edge rig, just got all bobbies set up. It's a 0.4 for the short line. Just got a little strung bulker, one dropper, 015, 16's SLWG. And I've set up a little shallow rig for the maggots, just in case they come up, because there is an odd one mooching around. Just got a little, tiny little AR on there, 3 number 11 strung out, 5-inch hook length, 015 again, and a 16. So hopefully that'll be in our hand most of the day today. And then down the edge, it's quite like, there's my edge just down there. And it's really rocky and close. But if I come off the bank, sort of 2 foot, it's quite a nice depth there, it's just over 2 foot. And it's flat for about 2 foot, then it drops off. So it's got a little 0.3 bagger on there. 5 number 9's just strung out. 4-inch hook length. And a 14's Kaizen on that one. Right, that's us off then. Let's just pot a little bit of meat in on our short line to start. And I'm going to give him like 150 mil maggots long. So. I don't expect it to be amazing the first couple of hours. Apparently the matches here is normally quite slow to start, and then it picks up, so let's just give him a good dollop of maggots. Peg 2 down is already going on. Spread them guts around a little bit. Right then. There's actually been 2 carp hooked already to my left. Let's have a go on this meat. We've got like a big reed bed between the 2 of them, and obviously there's an odd fish in those reeds early doors. Be mega accurate here with putting the rig in. That's why I've gone for a slightly heavier rig to start, because there's rocks everywhere there, and I just want to make sure my rig is sitting right where I want it. I think they've both lost them 2 fish. Right, as you can probably see, we're on the feeder just because all the fish seem to be like 3/4 and across. So I think my time is best spent. It's a fair old chuck. That's a, you know, I got 11-foot rod on there, and that's a good punch over there. But once that's fishing, I can prime up these maggots. I think 3 fish is best down the other end there. But there's fish here. I have had 2 fish come into these maggots shallow already, so that's a good sign. I expect that the second part of the match to be carnage, I've got to be honest. I'll be shocked if they don't come in over those maggots. And then my maggot short there. Not going to feed the edges until the last 2 hours, I don't think. It just feels like everything's halfway across, you know, halfway in, right across at the minute. So I've just got a mini method on with just micros. And one of those orange wafters we caught on last time. Elasticated feeder, so they just hook themselves on that. And it's got to be 50 metres that chuck there, so it's a fair way to drag them back. That is absolutely, well, saying that, we're 40 minutes in, so absolute boatload of time. At some point, I'm sure these maggots are going to kick off shallow. Got to. Right, so we are 1 hour in already. Not got a fish yet. I've had 4 chucks on a method right across that far bank over there. Where are we? That sort of area there. Chucking it lovely as well. I've just peeled another 6 foot of line off, chuck it a little bit tighter again. Not even a liner, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly get up and put a slapping rig on. I feel like that's probably a best chance of getting a bite. Like 16 metres, right out into the lake. Because there's an odd one cruising around. If you can get an odd one to stop, we might catch a few like that, because no one is catching anything. So I'm going to jump up, leave that rod in. Let's jump up, get a top kit. And a slapping rig, I think. Where are we here? What top kits have we got here? I'll just use a white hydro. And then I want a little rig just to slap over, make a little bit of noise. I'll use one of these. Keep an eye on that rod. Let's take this down to the peg. See, look at him, see him out there, look. Cruising about everywhere. It's got a 16 SMWG there. at the minute. I just can't see you're going to catch on anything else. A good distance for a slapping rig is the length of your number 2. So just measure it off and then trim it down to there. What I might even do is just get a couple of 6mm, just a dink around that float. I've got a couple of pellets here somewhere, and I wasn't going to put them in, but I can keep leathering those maggots in, we'll see, when I'm doing this. Oh, I want a 60-metre section, don't I? Oh. Da, 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 da. And a dolly butt. Here we go. Right. Some pellets. I didn't think it was going to be as hard as this today, but they will switch on at some point. You'll still need, I'm sure you'll need 140 to win still. Right then, just throw some maggots in there. Maggots there. It's a nice 6mm in a band. Come on. Here we go. Right, let's just try this. Oh, see like there's a cruiser there now. Right then. Let's try this for a bit. And what I can do as well is if I see an odd cruiser, I can always flick a rig on him. Oh, here we go. There's one slapping, look. Ah, come off. Come off that one. How was that come off there then? Huh? No, it's a carp that. Yeah. Oh, I can't believe that. I might be onto something now. At last. And I've just... What's going on here? Just had a bite on a feeder. That had been in there a couple of seconds. There's carp topping everywhere over there. And I've got a little carp, look at that. Look at that. Hell of a way over to wind that back, innit? Didn't even know if it was on. Didn't even know if that was on then. But there's carp crashing all over it. I was just on a little yellow wafter that was on. I was half expecting that to be a proper fish and I picked up into that then. So no more signs on that slapping apart from one little skimmer foul hooked. And it is absolutely rock hard. I've never seen anything like this, to be honest. And I thought that was going to be our first carp then. So let's whack this over there now then. It's going in lovely, that is. That's going in absolutely lovely. I literally just flicked the cameras off, dropped in, hooked one straight away. Standard, innit? But this is a mega good sight now. Where's this going now? It could be a case of putting that carp rig on here now, I think. And this is what I was hoping with the Maggot. Hopefully now it'll just start getting better and better. I can't believe I just flicked the camera off, looked back up, the float was gone. Oh, at last. There he is. Hooked lovely there. Oh, he's seriously well hooked, that is. There we go. Right, off the mark. So good, like I've been on this line probably 15 minutes now and hooked 4 carp, so business should start picking up now. And it won't surprise me if they proper turn up here, we'll catch them shallow. So let's just see what happens again. We're off again. That was an absolute clean as a whistle, that bite then. That was mega, just sat there, just fired under. So I think I'm going to change this elastic over now. Put some grey on. That was as clean as you can get them. Where is he? Come on then. There we go. Number 2. Let's put this rig away and let's pick up. Where's that point? There we are. Pick up that point 4. You just know when there's a carp there because you just don't get them little silverfish bites. Lots of maggots there. pinging these maggots along. The maggots in the edge. Back short again. There we go. Starting to happen now. Little scrapper. Come on. These little carp fight like stink. Just hook on the outside of the mouth, that one, like. So I'm really going to start up in the feed now with this edge. I'm just going to throw maggots in there to start. Up to them brambles. Just feed it like exactly the same as my short line. Nice and positive with the maggots. Like 2 big lots like that. And then just the rigging over the top end. So that's 3 now, just from nowhere. There you go. Another one there, look. Where's that going now? That's going absolutely ballistic, that is. Just chase him out because he's fishing that hard today. Gonna try and need to make everyone count. And there's some absolute beasts in here, so I don't know whether he's hooked right, but we've got 2 hours to go now. And it feels like, I think that's foul hooked, but things might just start happening. Felt like when I hooked I was in the mouth, there's a couple of big head shakes. Could just be one of those big sows in the mouth. Is he coming back? Sometimes they go ballistic for that first little run. Throw them maggots back in there again. And before too long I want to have a look in that edge as well, because it's just over 2 foot there, so we might not see him swirl, but they might be in there, you just don't know. This is a big lad, this is, in the mouth. It's not even huge, it's in the mouth, but it's decent. It's like right in the whisker, look. I've just battered a load of ground bit in. Down my left hand side, 5 big pots full in there. So I'll keep an eye on that, see if they come in there. But at the minute, this is the only place you can get a few bites is on this line here. There we go. Another one there. That was nice, that. Little tiny bites aren't like what you'd expect them to be. That was just a tiny little jab, that was. I tell you what would be nice here now is one of those short kits, those power short kits. Just speed everything up a little bit. With a bit of black hydro in it, that'd be absolutely dandy now. Yes. Getting somewhere now, boys. We're getting somewhere. Pretty sure we'll catch a few in that edge to my right. Just what I've been throwing those maggots in. So just throw 2 lots of maggots in, seems best. And then just kind of little bits like a nuisance, those little bits. I think you've got to keep that feed quite high because there's so many of these smaller fish about you. And what you'll have as well is these maggots will like crawl out of your peg too, like they'll go under the rocks and they'll disappear. So there was another one, look. Oh, we got them there now, boys. So when you hooked one, 2 lots of maggots. Maggots in the edge. Now he's had that before he's hit the bottom there. Might even step up off this grey, you know. Bit of black or something. It's a nice fish again. Hooked lovely. I'd be surprised if we don't drop in that edge and get a few as well. I'm sure I've just seen a bullwhip come out of there. Mega way of fishing this is when you catch them on like maggots out your hand. Oh, as clean as a whistle that was. Oh, beautiful that. That was seriously clean. That's what we want them. Could do a few of these bigger stamp fish as well. Bit of a funny bite, that one. It's like a slow under. Don't know what's happened there. Feels like he's in the mouth. Oh. Jesus, now let's go in. How childish. How very childish of it. Going ballistic now. It's in the mouth, that. Yeah. Absolute lunatic carp. Yeah, look. Good fish, that one. Real good looking carp. Tiny little bite though. Shame he didn't turn up a bit earlier. So it'd be nice, yeah. That's a nice bite, that. Better. Clean now. Super clean. I'm hoping this will just get better and better now. Smaller one. I'm just going to shorten my little lash up as well. Just so I'm on him super quick. Go. I'm going to make sure I'm right on that little spot because it's so rocky and bumpy there. Just put in 2 maggots now with a Kaizen. That's better. Right, we're back short. I had a little look at the edge, caught one, and then didn't catch another. And I've just dropped back in on here on my short line. Caught like 3 decent skimmers, like barely able to swing them, and then just took the carp out the blue again then. I just had that funny little period just before this carp where I fouled up 2 or 3 and couldn't quite catch them, so I just came off it, looked in the edge, caught one, and now we're back in on this line. But I need a good, we've got an hour and a quarter to go now, and I feel like I need a really good finish because 4 pegs down has caught really well. And there's a few fish coming out to my right as well. So I need this line to kick into gear. the top lip, that one, look. Not sure what weight we've got, to be honest. I haven't clicked or anything. So I just want to make sure I keep hammering those maggots in the edge there. I really feel like I could do with being a half a section closer to me here. I think it might make them just a little bit easier to catch. There we go. I'm sure there's a pile of fish there shallow now. Ah, mirror. Not common. I'm gonna have to drop our little shallow rigging in a bit now. Keep still now. Little whistler, look, little whistler's mouth. Oh well. Go on. There we go. It's mad, isn't it, how you can go like 3 hours, can't catch a carp, and then all of a sudden, when they decide it's time to feed, it's just absolute carnage. Nice. They had a bite you want. Just sit there, just fire straight down. Come on. Definitely got another short kit, yeah. Short kit would have been absolute money with black hydro. They don't mind a big hook, that's for sure. Oh, yes. That's seriously clean, that is. Those bites are beautiful when they just like flicker under like that. It's a big one, is it? Fighting machine. Right, I'm gonna get some purple hydro on here because we haven't got time to be playing them like this. trap him in there. Feed some bait. And get another top gate. We're on the proper gear now. I don't like stripping loads and loads of elastic out when I'm playing carp like that. Let's try that then. There we go. Straight under. Cool, that's proper bungee elastic that is. But that's a lot quicker getting them in. Don't need to rip loads of out if you pull a kit, just nice and steady. Come here. Oh, rubber lips. That's the way, if you can feed some bait, like hook one, feed some bait, get it in, and then not feed again now. Like I've had 3 bites and I've all been as absolute clean as a whistle there. Oh. Nuisance. Come on. I'll have to feed this again now. There we go. Absolutely shelling peas there now, isn't it? He's had that right down. To replumb up again. Let's quickly replumb that up. Feels like that float keeps moving. Oh, that's perfect. Just 2 maggots seems best on a big hook. There we go. Lift and drop then. 2 lots of maggots. Getting into a nice little rhythm now. Just kind of like figuring out how to feed it tidy now. I feel like the stamper's got a bit bigger as well all of a sudden. Oh yes. Oh, Jesus, size of that thing. That's an absolute tank. Just when it pops up now. That's a huge fish, that is. Come on, up you come. Look. There we are. There the boys. Oh. Drink up. Jesus, that's a good fish, that is. It's an absolute rip snorter. Look at that thing. Oh, looks like the size of 3 normal fish, that one. So much better with this purple eye drawn now. You know, it's nice when you're catching a bit of everything to have those light elastics on, but when they turn up on you like this, you've got to make the most of them. I don't know if he's hooked right. He was a funny little bite that was. Yeah, I think he's alright. Found him. Tiny Funny little dinks down the edge for carp. Squeakers. Still. $45 to go, and I don't know where we are, to be honest. You can't really see everybody on this. I can only see a handful of people. You can hear them catching on the corner. And they're catching to my left. Like last time I was on here, I thought I'd done really well until the weigh-in. And I ended up getting smashed up, so just got to keep going. So much cleaner and easier to catch them in that 2 foot. Fantastic bites as well. It's a bigger one. Oh man. Why couldn't this been an hour earlier? Right, so we're coming up to the final 20 minutes now, and I had them couple in the edge. I've just dropped back short and had, I think, 4. But a little problem with skimmers just now, so what I've done, I put that 0.4 rig on, and I've just dropped that in and caught them straight away on it. It's funny that you catch a carpet chuck like as quick as you can get in there, and then it's like them skimmers come back into your peg then, where those carp just go, or I don't know, but I just had a decent one on this now, so I've had a good little run on here again. But it's going to be super tight because Holmesy to my right is catching like hell now down the edge. And then the lads to my left, they are catching really well. Everybody's catching well now, to be honest. It's just, see, I just don't know why it took so long for them to start feeding. And the problem here is now I've got grey hydro here, so as I look down there now, peg 4, just put another fish in the net. Probably going to have another look in that edge as well before the end. would have been absolutely amazing if they just turned up like an hour earlier and everything wasn't such a mad rush. The trouble when you feed late like this, it's hard to enjoy it because you constantly wanted to catch our next one all the time. I don't think you'd have had them little, those little nuisance fish on it. But saying that, this is good, isn't it? Still around the other side of it, and still feeding out there, still around the other. They come and get him, didn't they? They come and get him. That was a comment here, isn't it? Yeah. Huh? Some fish in here. Right, so we've all weighed in, and that was an absolute classic of a match of two halves. We went 3.5 hours, I think it was, before we caught our first carp. And then when we finally got our first one short on Maggot, we've absolutely battered them that last 2.5 hours. Fished proper gear. When we'd had a few, off with our light stuff, on with the purple hydro, 14 hooks, proper gear. We've ended up having, in our last sort of just over 2 hours, we've had 170 pound. SIM cards went dead 20 minutes to go, so we missed that last bit, but as you've seen, it was absolute mayhem when they turned up, and you can't believe you can go that long, cannot catch a fish on anything, and as soon as you catch your first one on those maggots, it just kicks off and it's game on. So I have absolutely loved that today. So we're in the Dragonmania final, so we got a couple of grand to fish for there. That's at Western Pools, the final. So I hope you enjoyed that live match. Don't forget, like, subscribe to the channel, let's get it growing, and I'll catch up with you with another live match very soon.